League. And it's so shameful, sir. You come and play a bottom line team like Accra Lions. With all due respect to Accra Lions, but the league table need it. But like I said, their performance is below our expectation. Now, there was such a shameful football we had in here. It's sad, sir. Kotoko, with all the expenses and everything. You know, if I tell you how much we spend on Asante Kotoko per week, per match there, it will surprise you. But if with all this, now this is the kind of performance we as supporters, I speak as a supporter because we expect nothing but a drastic decision from management today. The expected management to be deciding on the direction of the team currently. Though we are not happy. From the true demo game, by Bechema, by Nematch, we are not seeing any improvement in Asante Kotoko. So, a competitor like those stars had to be called Bechem the whole season. No one considered goal order, and never considered 2 goals. Now, who they overcome? Now about this shambolic performance our had here. I mean, it's sad and nobody is happy in Asante Kotoko. I think it is technical. 1, technical. 2, player indiscipline is setting in Asante Kotoko. We have received a lot of reports when it comes to disciplinary issues about the players. Sometimes we expect these are mature players. This season, with the exception of Sefa, I have found from a lower division, almost all the players at the back of Toko. And the players are about league, the nature of our league. So we expect that they should know better. We have received lots of reports, about the players. Now with, all the advice and a lot of meetings, series of meetings have gone on. Now with all this, we in the I think it's sad. Because it's do so much for Asante Kotoko. And then Kotoko, after by 22nd, 23rd, they are receiving the salary.
Na ya demand 100.7 higher Oyerepa. Ya de agudie ehonsam na ebre Ghana 4 omo achichi benche omo abrochiri be bia ne echiamu damasi solo ho ye de
boss na me adom
sports for ya so ewa ha na ozi asim bia si ohun solo
me ba chan
e dey asem na eti
enu a baba isa esisi no ho a oba adwuma no say midweek no share JC ne track suit na ne wife say na dressing be na Wednesday de kwa adwuma yi no say o me ko support Madrid.
Okay
na ope cry ento nchia
ono na yire no
ono na yire ne to nchia na ne nka chance de o cry we Madrid o mun qualify baba isa so jai na ne yire say obeto nchia de a se mo antimi an qualify 1 week me no aduane ma ofia no agitum
entina ma mo we bomba camera no to no so na bo camera no we mo bantu baba isa so na
yenra enu anumre ofie
e di come de no tie
ti 1 week de se haji ana hu ni bo ban sasa na ade de
se wa de ya o de che na no se bi de che okay
ya
baba ekoka Madrid asem sa anye de ndi obejai o de 2 year ni me tie ndi so de 2 ni me na de o de manimfa match baako emva mbataw na mo na duane ndi mai na baba de hadije bulletin sa
o se no de mi nyame a camera se no de ni kwa se ba wiase ana no na do agoni o
how de nwi ha ye be de ada agoni
Real Madrid no so amfa na
kotoko de so wanto ho ntie ndi de o de be ba
na Musa Ancelotti asampa
wana Ancelotti be ba to
against Leganes.
Okay, Collins Bayport papa no a
me am say no
say names of makodi be
me ka say bi o ha
also Ochiao papa
man for you okay with it
also Ochiao na obetene nka
say
o say no na tim vankra
ma tin nka say
sebi I say Acheampong Oduane ni. Ebi obe so obe pe aduane bi amodi ase na yi.
Oba ko didi mbrairo.
Oh, asem na rewo. Solo, arewo sama bo. Also obe ko ni braire ho. Oh.
How can me first home?
Oh, okay.
Problem yeah.
Solo mamin chia man bi wo America.
Okay.
Your friend no Sam. Na sa opening na kotoko na minim so pepa che se ne de o mfani agro. Enra me wa nwume no frɛ me se bolo a Madrid ne Arsenal e boy die na am so agya. Ye be hye wo. Ya san draw. Na Bukayo Saka be na ade no. Baba dem ka kire no. O tie mi obe se ye den ayempon no I say. Nti ewie na me hwe me phone no so na.
Hey.
O ma me winning bonus.
Na bo awa mo bi na waje ho winning bonus.
Fine.
Sa.
Na fine.
E Ghana players ni de na.
Minimum mo de be to match be
60%.
Teams now more de so na be saying.
The teams they be ma winning bonus 300 and 500.
Oh, no, you match what that.
It be so ma 1,000.
Be a hobby be near no mo de be
Kotoko ne house mo na be.
I'm to hobby be no. Papa na friend Sam or America winning bonus. It be so say woman who say at the end me and also the bonus no breme.
Yeah.
Ti man for banner a day ba. Baba
Boss.
Yeah.
But
na solo someone put say say I can say
1 minute per
remontada.
And when they
come back in Spanish.
Spanish word.
And remontada.
Yes,
And na akoda no ko busa Asano Matreno.
Lewis Kelly.
So ko busa ni England mate no.
Oh yeah.
Say Ochan or so na remontada na we no born in Satutune. No mubusa say DNT and a Benham snobbing san or so kobusa and say where is the remontada? Na park no munyakataso. And I'm not the Angataso. Baba Gataso.
Because against City or more beginning and Fantino.
Baba Omkata park and so. Una me information. Omkataso. Omkwapola. Also, San when people were planning tactics, you were discussing the Montada players. No,
Montada is
a Madrid players now.
Yeah.
What's the district games on my training? Also, did say, Apollo and Remontada, ne, Park Ayakatasono, and a Bemo Mache. Sam Reno, not Tete, Catchen Colano, Modamon Conin, and Mimi Free Spain, or Mobois. Ehuna kwa munko omuni mbobia mbeche womo enie na kapele tine dikanu toma ke repeat Emirates Bukayo panatini toma ke ne trene nkomo ne edi masa
na se na wo vim se
na wo ye ko boy
last week say me na get introduction
ball ye ko
na wo vim say
ball ye ngasa o so what the ball e chia chene ni football ye ko ba ye nkasa na wa juni o plan to trim team way
Ancelotti Adama
team Alaba ne botre
Ancelotti Adama
eno as ye share game na so Alaba unya yellow card na me yes
na se no obenya na so star boy o yare aya se da ni no munya boy nipa 8 akwa no yare o no my doctor for said hey ko hu na omo ne won no wo so be sa ko rest
so too
oh sabo I won no na ko ba we no ya no pe na no me so lo hard ni remontada 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 remontada
yeah
mo ni pasa na remontada oh masa
wo vim say
wo se me catch you say muni buo masna sankrofo no omuna oh there are a lot of people mo krom ha obi timi tina bebe say atena Arsenal mo support crowd because odi ball chinche into onim di Arsenal timi ye Obananu ye ibe 10-8 years you know mukaza sa ye obi anano odin bi ene etiano asna ene bobo sa 49 ne
Namuto
ye de ngazi aye
Namuto
ye bobo sa 49 ne nche
as a minimum vim na mu no
49
Colandi Krumo na mutin.
Oh, I want to go see.
Colandi Krumo
Montada calling Mammy.
Yo, 2 club world champions league in Mu Krumo big da.
Ya ngasi aje to. By say okum ani.
Na minim sa asan for tika sa say
ye okum ani.
Emre man na
jesi. Ka Champions League no kamu ni 15.
Emre man na twetwum jesi.
Ba bia mu be hia mu kwa bia so be hia mu rema.
2 years be Champions League.
Oh, mubaji anamu na munchen.
We no see aba meje.
Solo. Yen anytime I share Real Madrid or champion make it so munko. Anytime, all the time.
Yeah, 4 times.
Ayen kwada no na mo na mo na remontada.
Na ntimo.
Oni asle ba o remontada. Me catch us here place here 9. Ye no man 9 no kro na ejina mfimfini take. E na mo so mo superstars. Ayi unim de ntia Arsenal make the biggest man okasem nya adwuma we man mawie sam ono adwuma no mawie men kasa bio the biggest Champions League 5-1 umbacho
yeah 5-1
5-1 yebedim na otwe edim official ada edim na daduanan momfa amhuni kopim montada estatada. Arteta said this is one of the best nights in my football career. Carlo Ancelotti said to get out of the Champions League is obviously disappointing. Yes, because you are the kings of Europe. I gave everything, we give everything. Muller says squad did not lack fight as versus Inter Milan. United and also Unianum pa yenomo Konakra na Manchester United. Kona krana and let your tower yenim say na omo support here
afi Europe trophies ni nyina bet me aba England
Mr. Mamfe nka ho ye wi adwuma e ko Europe afi ye ko say ye ko yera montada na frio
yate
and ye wi dia aka ne de e be kura ye mobiem ye wi ramontada na ya pon ye ni ba ya mara montada na mo oh ye ngazi e beje eye firma efia ha no e de aramontada amaso
muni PhD nse
ya ni PhD ni asem
muni 5
PhD omo ye no mu ni asem
na Inter
de aramontada ni e pesi fugu chengo for say ehunu na no dos ni akata park so eni akwa apola and 11 players na bobo nya apola o
yes
okay so
yaso chairman
Ruben Amorim say his bit of rise other supporters have stuck to the difficult times. I'll say Man U supporters now are there. And Sandro Tonelli, Juventus eyeing Tonelli. Florentino Perez feels very grateful to Ancelotti and the work he has done at Madrid. If they decide to part ways, they want it to be on friendly terms. Kevin De Bruyne would prefer to remain playing at the highest level and is not ready to move to Saudi. Brazil had an emissary in the stands last night. They intend to convince Ancelotti to leave the club before Omwa almost story Real Madrid for Omwa na ye almost story Omwa na ye almost story hey you give us problem more problem Go Stars leave from Kotoko into Toso Baba area na fe atwaso after defeating Bechem 2-0 and all the other local and Baba Yankona Enyase.
Kai wasem ka pa no time in the anke wasem ka. Enti anopai the boss player abie kwam yebe konko fonkroso na ensemwa edi adencheche ensemwa anopai ebumfumpa onko fonkroso no yere honsem atoanim ensem no doso ene anopai nemom de dise fotasaute na ohwe ana yede wo kitikiti mam polibi ana ewoma akansuo yanom akambunu pa anopai yatu eboase na fe eyatreno na ya confirm amunumunu nyina ɛde ama wɔ show ne live ɛwɔ Facebook pages no so Oyerepa Radio, Oyerepa live on Facebook, live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Yebesa every night for the Champions Room UEFA Champions League. And on say yewe quarter finals zenya omo ko semi final data games no ebetimi abasu nyina no pay ye debe ma yensa se emfi emra Inter and Bayern Munich able 2-2 our San Siro na after the game and Simone Inzaghi at the Ertugrasa obo ne manantana abaso Ukraine hard work pace Juma amoye ahead of the game and boya ama qualification woman sa etim ekaye ose ni team no amateur enough omobetim aje the UEFA Champions League amana aye against FC Barcelona in the semi-final humbia anyhow else amo prepare ye for the next game e will league no na nyankopobwa na omo ebe first leg na obeka wasem and Simone Inzaghi ninsema ati etugram Vincent company say office and mountain and put a great team and not the boys near tactically disciplined na football no do be bia yana enye the open na and on office and nanka Bayern Munich deserve sa omutimi go through omunya a lot of chances omubo brena etimi etuguye oko Marcus Thuram na so ya o say are happy say o say kan eti ama Inter Milan na afim 2025-2026 season ya yomi yaka omwa ombedi Champions League Inter Milan eka hobi na afino ohu players me pesa na no asem we see emma Manchester City esa womom ade am first Champions League title no this time am pesa amutimi jam na fenema koye emma womwa Inter Milan yaka say am ya unbeaten in the last 15 UEFA Champions League home matches say only Inter bomb on fear wa win mako edu yenum 12 times and waiting konim and jono etim ayamiensa the last time Inter Milan team fear elusuye na September 2022 Bayern Munich ya and question ekam yenua when team antibie emo the last time Inter team fear elusuye in the Champions League hakan tahanabu Inter Milan midfielder na adia two just emra na a beautiful night a night omurent me fit the berada na football odema Inter team mom and say wokono still I was am fight e say dia am pusa amoye our season no enya dia say amawie afi am pusa amoje Champions League enti amunye adwuma no na money Barca na bebo next stage no Lautaro Martinez captain Emma Inter Milan or say a important tie a tire who a hiano pa a great opponent Barca and no mukobo na yankam Emma Barca fono and Timmy Amopay sa a year so na a pauso kukratia ka ombe Barca at a film no I am sima Lautaro Martinez at the Ertugram and then Amopay and our Estadio Santiago Bernabeu Carlo Ancelotti Dama Yelusuya a 2-1 and Arsenal at Madrid as a room on some Bukayo Saka as a penalty on a 13th minute on one as I began first goal 65th minute Gabriel Martinelli 90 plus 3rd minute and Onya the second goal Emra na Vinicius Junior at Timmy Eka at the Madrid na Mikel Arteta on Bukayo Saka and also Ukraine Bukayo Saka na there na oye extraordinary in the game but me abo players nina abaso na off and on the ball and yama oye at the Emma team no ababo abrantana abaso and yes Mikel Arteta at the Arteta say enwa anajuno aya anajupia aya important in his coaching career sana juno ohubi I want a coaching career muda so your coach na ultimate ayi Madrid FM UEFA Champions League quarter final nyesebia wo yina film keke what's in fear and what was Santiago Bernabeu as a cutting kudim and okay at a chelsea or motimonum aswani na don't call Ancelotti or future to say or daughter cry at say and also obiani one ma onim otina number no attitude of Madrid players and not the nature ho or say a referee to be game now or break here and the momentum of the game ni speed and mental sharpness as say about fem kakra nina factors are ama timum antime ankon fan kolanim number oka sa the responsibility na sadia sa and a battery group team no na for waka enti acha boys no say this is Real Madrid afi say yes a Champions League na sepe ebinim bi etimoya dekra enti etain teams no bi enti o say yetime fight for the Spanish Copa del Rey and of in the league I say fight for matches awudua etime akana enwa Declan Rice and of player and na monfo jeje no Mr. Kylian Mbappe a pro by na anopai to say Ombeka Kylian Mbappe this contest audio na amashel nina etime attriste no and your reporter eba and play Thibaut Courtois half time no na amujomu GDS qualification ebetime abadia na Madrid Acheampong and say obetime anya the first goal senka first goal no buyer na ko believe say nyame koye ati amamna ya 50-50 na emra Arsenal 44 na tiano ono as a player now Bambuom etime abba na Declan Rice SN to so at a player of the month and I say enwa na a special night etime ono Declan Rice na oka am a real singer etime at say Arsenal eba enti other teams nina ye ose oka Luis Kelly nom na oka enkodana etam ngonare nom a omo eba Bukayo Saka nom e was European teams nina ye ombeje afi Champions League no eme yansema owura no eti atuja David Beckham ebo Arsenal players na ba so ose night bi say e was Santiago Bernabeu onye players nyina e le timi ko ekofa win e ho e night Arsenal players no especially William Saliba and of Jacob Kiwokoya amufa so a defend here against Kylian Mbappe against Rodrigo and of against Vinicius Junior and then some David Beckham at the Etuka now coaches and players time our UEFA Champions League Mikel Arteta for Arsenal players number so with mindset and mental toughness I'm the echo game ahead of Paris Saint-Germain semi-final Ochechemu Yente Mikel Arteta.
One of the best nights in my football career for sure, and a really special one. I mean, we played against the team with the biggest history. That has been an inspiration, I think, for all of us in this competition, and to be able to win the tie in the manner that we've done it, I think we have to be very proud of ourselves.
How proud are you of the way that the players conducted themselves?
I'm really proud because it's very difficult. It's my first time in that touchline. I have no experience before to be there, and after 2-3 minutes, you realize that anything can happen in this stadium. And I think you have to be there to realize that. And I got the feeling straight away. Something goes wrong, they score a goal, game on, and anything can happen. Fortunately, a lot of things went for us. A part of Bukayo's missing the penalty, but I think overall we did what we had to do to win the game. I have that feeling, and obviously the history we have in this competition is so.
Enti ano aya Mikel Arteta boss Emma Arsenal na Don Carlo Ancelotti okasa after say Madrid FA Champions League in some way and Ancelotti erituja.
It's a disappointment to be eliminated from the Champions League, so it's very normal to feel this way. This is the other side of football. There's the happy side of happiness that we've experienced many times, but there's also the sad side like today. And now we have to be able to live with and manage it, just like we have many times when everything has been joyful and we've won titles. Now it's our turn to deal with the sadness of being knocked out of the Champions League. But we have to remember that we still have 3 competitions to fight for: La Liga, Copa del Rey final, and at the end of the season, the Club World Cup. We have to accept this defeat because in both matches, Arsenal played better than us. We tried our best. There was a moment in this tie that could have changed the course of things when we were denied a clear penalty that could have shifted the dynamic of the matchup. But honestly, Arsenal defended their box very well, and we struggled to find space. In terms of intensity, I think we did better than usual, but it wasn't enough.
And no, Ancelotti, Ninsam no, na oside bia na ni dieba Oyamba fona de bia o Champions League ni aje na otojom na odiabusie a flag go kom nya dadia emre we nso beba ne de bia na do de bia beji wani dako areho ebetime aba na game no kra no officer omunya chances bi omu a penalty crab by referee deny Madrid clear penalty nina factors are amatim no entime unqualify na Bukayo Saka on Real Madrid at the FA Champions League no Bukayo.
I'm very, very proud of this team. We showed that we can play in Europe and beat one of the best teams in the world, home and away. So yeah, tonight was a big statement, and I'm so happy for everyone.
Look, you got your goal at the end, the penalty at the beginning. Can we touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, we can. It can happen. You know, I tried something, it didn't work, but I was confident that I was going to score tonight, and I kept my head, and I managed to do it in the second half. Yeah, I learn in every moment, and
Debia mission there, and Mammy said penalty na me believe say and Mexico or Santiago Bernabeu na Declan Rice and Lewis Kelly. I say more special thing be in the team. Debia amujidi say Juma na yaya amuye Declan Rice and Lewis Kelly.
Back to back, look, I think it's just such a special night for this club. It's a historic night for this club. We have an objective in this competition. We want to play the best teams and we want to win this competition. And there was a lot of talk coming here about them coming back because they've done it so many times before. But we had so much belief and confidence from that first leg that we had enough to come here and win the game, and not just win the game. We knew we was going to suffer, but we knew we was going to win. And we had it in our mind, and then we done it in real life. So what a night for the club.
It was incredible. Honestly, when you see it on TV, it's a lot different to when you come live. So when I first walked out, it's a lot, you know. But taking a moment and have fun, you know.
We've spoken about creating your own history, but what does that mean to you all?
It's massive. You know, I sensed it before I signed to the club that we was on an upward trajectory as a club, and you know, I felt it in the players we've got and the direction we want to go in. It's been tough in the Premier League because we lost that last year on a point. This year
now semi-final Paris we say Emma Etia Arsenal and the Paris Saint-Germain Alabama na 29th April 2025 and a first leg etogana 7th May, second leg etime atogram ewo Paris now for first leg Barca abeton fie na on Inter Milan at the appointment 30th April 2025 na 6th May 2025 return leg atogram ewo San Siro final at 31st May 2025 and games no ebetime abaswa yeton sem atu anim enne anopay Jorge Valdano or say any ya with squad kuta Madrid no nan kofi say or say amoko finals of the Champions League enti ano ayensema Jorge Valdano at the atuka enne anopay enti yenyo so na yemfanko funkrosun sem no ensi ene anopay
you don't say anopay still remontada 10-16 on the dot remontada and I may have yeah, you were free, Massa. Why not, Judge? You were free. Oh, yeah, Bobona. Yeah, now so refuse. Bonum, you'll be at me. So, Buono, Ovimo, as a audio, no qua. I mean, Kajago, Midame Kabi, and I cast out the audio, Mammy Kabi. Cast on my Obi and Kabi and Albeza. Oh, Mammy Queen, Madaroma. Your first my ride, and I'm go so come you go so fix it. Now you fix it now. Now you can say a digital mechanical shop console, and I fix here. What the any accident car now? Now you engine turning overhauling body works. You buy with your pa. Now collision service at the amount. You know electrical works. No ya nyama wa. Why try to cover beer? It's a bit more to clear and woman alcohol hard. Ye nya usa dia boss no ye na timi repair ma fe wuten ya pe na bibia no aye kama ye ene maintenance of general services for all cars eno nti kai se obomodi a che ba bia ka ni sie towing car e kwa kofa ni afixe amanesin dadam amanyema aye kama brakwa na mu no ye rent cars so ho a betima kwaji bidia kodada ho di no aye first man ride wo ba ye no yes ye ni car bia si accident car bia so wo di atwitwitwia na ye ya enye yie o mo fixe amanesin dadam nti Kumasi branch no ye kwa ho run about Georgia Hotel between Gigo office 0500 210191 0551
498884 Franco de me go so dana se ni nyina say yes ni ani bonya kwa no bie kwa no to mu say ade bia wo to fi na so ye no wa ma discount ni nyina say 40% discount off memeni wa to me fa konya so na fe no careful no manya konya to mu dwan Samsung iPhones na fe me wie pa smart TV no 32 to 100 inch anura madedi huna mane nyina no mu TV boyi no to wo hwa de na wotimu sana efe papa ai asna titi pa ni wo wie pa na fe woku onim no kopecha freezer washing machine microwave blenders CCTV camera function monitor video in time anyway anopay tutumeka do bako ajabe jewelry a oyateso okocha language shop oyateso adum old man konko for clinic new kejetia number no ko eba bewie 0245 316969 0245 316969 na nyema aye kama tutumeka ko power honmo nyina no ene se yeba meko so do ya 9 times award waje ya de fence hepatitis B wonim ne fire by fufrepo etimi edeba mo amodi fatty liver ekono obeye ho adwuma prostate enlargement immune system no aye weak ti ade be twemo no de eko all saudi de abu wani de abu fibroid na meka wasemi ye kofedra ye fene se enei SK no ne de two stomach acid no so asie mo amoto liver care ne yedamase muntu liver condition no na nyema enye kama wiei hye so se nyema nyina be ko yedi a ukofia no nya jirka jiri heba and capsule be ma de duru bia no ya sisie no wo ye mama kakra se wutwi ba se kano duru sa yes no so jana free netimi ko ti be ma de wo sisie no mama no a eko weekend se no wakra match bidie bo ase bidie ne pomposo match ne basa no yi sisie no mama no ya penyon kakra to background but say ba no se nko na mi nko bi him ne se na je se obi enjoy anwom no ne momo so ya action with them hono jirka jiri heba me and capsules na maka wasem e dia chirwe ye piem ewo akra akwabenya ACP Mewuru power bar stop mo amofe yase bosomtwen edoya junction no ebi oho na Anaji Estate woni Hantamawura bank and ben 0244 na obo modern afre 544422 0200383831 still office bi abeko bia no yewo atumpan insecticide spray esi wo wo bewuram ewo mo bia no wo konya bi auto provision shop bia no wo nya bi auto restaurant bia no ebi ni honmo amasa wa ye disconjure sanse obi didie na ntafre na hontate na nam ho wonsi ho biem nya obi na yewo ne nyina nse yetufo enwantie we no auto 400 ml la eso chenko for de na no kra eketwa do mo amoto 750 no kesipalo eno sisu oboyi ade ya mede eno so mo de lemon ene lavender ene fra ede ye ntibra wodi kunkum so nkonsuo nwanwa amoa no wodi kunkum wo mu ntontom no o splash wo mu na afi mu medwa wasom no na edem so aye eno ntime ne wo a kama fa konya so okwa enkasa mepe bia mesika na mebia wosi atumpan eno ne yeto atumpan no na wodi ekofie kuma se sokobai akra pokuasi ACP takrade eye hakuna matata 0553 082674 0553 082607 na wanya atumpan insecticide spray etumi atomi komanim na maka wo se bibini to ma plus eno na Ghana for enya de stamp no timase se obi oyare outside de yetimi to bi ekoche no ne hoto no obeda wase da obi de atete no be se 5 years 7 years aduane to yema buei woni de buei o de ne wunim ne fare ban o de ne yaka mo atiase se gastric ulcer o de ne duodenal esophageal peptic stomach pains stomach gas indigestion ne nyina no yaka bom wo system ne strong wa betu anom kotwa kakra bi na afia hoto no etima ba ya bomode na didi heavy nko a na etime fade a apacho ahoto na aba fie no adi no eye bibini to ma plus kuma se uwuram wo Ashton wa ya kai se de Bita Pharmacy ehye ho wutwam ewa adumu a kai se ho nso ye wo promise eba ewa hanmu a obenya bi etime ato mu amoko enka no kashi yes the Bita Pharmacy wo ho all leading herbal shops ho nyina no ma kai se din no eye bibini to ma plus 0558 055894 0541 337-816 edini ya ultimate land hub yes ya jai saadi ya miyama breme hona menya misika na mekoto asasi ya adwemboni nti oto asasi no mienu ama miensama yi in the end den ho den Ghana ne etiano we ne den on ne besie bokono anwumre o de langas gina ho nya si wie untimi mu kwakotwa bi wo asie akiri ho na de ama wo mempesa ade no tina metu for say edin ne ultimate land house wokɔpɛ nsase no nkatasɛm nyina yɛ krado wie ya pɛ na bibia ɛhyɛ wo nsam wopɛ hu so me credible a Kumase ene nkan office ne bia anɔpɛ yɛ wutwam ɛwɔ Pantan close to Pantan government hospital na wasi be da hokɔ na nkɔmɔ no mu a mo no ɛbɛka Kumase de no yɛ wɔ Kasi Guinness Junction mu a mo pɛ nsase atɔ ɛwɔ nkan no yɛ obi ɛwɔ Shire Hills aburi ajanwa pram close to Central University Tripoli honso obi da hɔ mu a mo pɛ Kumase de na timatɔ no yɛ wɔ Afrancho off to Sokoban stretch Konkoli 1 Konkoli 2 ɛna twene ase main road no tie sumane sa enkradian shahede no for 35,000 Ghana abri ajenua 25,000 pram 65,000 and a Tripoli 80,000 namuntie ni Kumase Afrancho 120,000 Konkoli 1 75 Konkoli 2 65 and a chansa for 50,000 Ghana share so na just ni nyina mu no o frɛ 0241 499 946 0241 499 946 0541 169 004 International Mama Abe yade hunua no dimrike dwane abe ni nyina ne se yade no akwese player wanyini hunie wo man pass ya no tete no atene nsa fakɔ ha abe ni de yade no de hunua mumu piamba no no afese no abono pokekla nti enyanwanwa okonu ebu obeka no kwara chow yade etefe nse nei etwe yade de e abonsafo ne abayifu yade nipam no obeguo no asie mentumi nsa komame abe ho na abe etimatu asie e de amawo no aka no kwara chow sekese ne ebibrem amanane yade nkofo firi ho de batutumrika na fe no so wanya hu adwuma emfa emma me kanesa obi a nyase se wafa dawuro no awawe dade no oduru aba ne so amunwane sanse ne hu ne nyina no ene se stroke no wo tu asese che yare tete nkofo kana ha bi yesa de ne nyina de mawu a wo de hepatitis ne kwa bonus typhoid pass sanso na wo de one ko awone de wo ba wu bi manyama ayeka ene ya wada hyene so se wo ye adwuma from Monday to Friday anopa no so na no numbrem wo sore awotana so apatapa new side junction 0243 Abe 345 Abe 392 Abe 0243 Abe 345 Abe 392 Abe 0506 460 208 mi bewie awo ka 362 place ye ba ba mu nyina wo blofu so amasa obi antie interview na akọ ya wo se abonsanfo bi akosi okwa no boa nipa na ne kasa no bro no fuse nti wonya akonya ntie wa asam wo kwa mepacho wo modem na peka 362 place fatwetwere wo se okobe port na akọ pebosia na ye ne wo ko na bibia e kama he yetimi dobo no de mawo ni nyina no ne se ka na twetwere wo se to ko trase ape oba pa wo se na ope na ya kashi bibia na kama ne de amawo nti full and dog board stamp no timasie Ghana kwa de obi enim se Samara company de ni bibia ho te ba ko yokopa ba yi senim se na kama enu ntu ka no owuram e wo shelf shop provision shop more enu nyina no na dwomfo na e ma ne yefe ono no de ko no ofa nti ene bibia no obenya watermelon bi ton ne ba ya pe osabi ka no ne se ekọ no afa bi no nam ka ho se ape na onya ne mfaso enu nti bomodin so ba wuram na wakoto bie na enyema ye kama 0246 86 47 98 0246 86 4798. Still, the show continues 10:25 on the dot. Medical Culture say yes. Yeniaba Doreen. Doctors. Oh, sorry. Doctors. Mr. Collins, Michael, and Daniel Boniface. Women analysis no. Yadebe mamu enedi nipa strong man. Mirnu and Bapa. Doctors and so ete menta. Munan Bayport. Bayport the omotra no muka sem kokura no a also tumrika. Omuntu antro de biara da. Obi okọ be biara ba. No de na ase dimrika no de abre maboa mi hu nti opani ma sha sem from akwaba ya josonya boko de nyame ado boko tamai akwaba yeah no okay tama ma sha sem from ho yeni komo kakra Bayport
chairman with us me fa akonya we su achia ahwefo ne atiefo adoma se almost 22 years ewo industry no almost so yemusa na yene omo edi ngeta on they are can say Bayport fixed deposit no the ruwa na boss there bia ba no features no 3 months there or 6 months and 1 year until no chrono bar there pay bia na ya ma account opening process na simple see that bia can no and run say obe present to Ghana card with GPS address digital address na normally everybody fear him nipa person ordinary honest of kin the phone number and then the date of birth near fill out form so quickly amount scan out the investment and also the two account instantly ubenya alert na ya boa lenke phone number ne to account number ya ma wadan se krata a friend certificate kire se sika say na wode buy o ye na 3 month esan so ye na 3 month no abeso da say aso a nsihu ana amfa so say na ubenya ho na bibia adani kwan mu pepepe ye can say because ye ne amamfo eya adwen say from abone bia maybe a boy ni ntino ato da bia na GDN form da bia ba ha ye ka GDN asem eya confidence and trust ye koso akasa amamfo enyi sa ehunu any bad experience na maybe a twam na sie no beport there esansa ye mpe ye ho asem to bibiara ye ne ni hia bia nsa nipa ne ye no ye ne ni edini ebiom so ye ntoto ye normal se because ye nim say we institution na one year normal ya we beta na etimi agye license at any point in time beport esansa ye mpe sesa no man bi atuenti e make sure say customer bia ye ne no ebe di inkita ho no de openo ye ma no se dia ebe nam so na sa nipa na etimi atwetwe afoforo aman ebiom so ye branches no scattered all over the country all the regional and the district capitals no the branch chairman all the numbers to Jan obi biara obefre no so ni any of the nearest we bria your arrangement and na be na ehia no because I thought that be obi frɛ obeka say oh na am de bia me okunsu consumer on the money nearest we be on sani pan fry arrangement and then the share timi ahwe an investment option man for fair
me be call Mr. Michael Hoba before that no bet my friend Dorcas it was 0558 119 281 Dorcas number is 0558 119 281 Mr. Collins number is 0244 170601 now Mr. Michael number is 0242 288 915 with my friend Daniel so I was 0244 598400 and now Mr. Boniface I was 055 5642 900 me come Mr. Michael no be we I want me go do hall okay Mr. Daniel sorry for that Mr. Dan I didn't think I said me choose Bayport
okay let's chair a tearful
chair how many here in chair here na pa
and chair sama kumasman
good
I didn't hear say about Bayport me na acheche mo no because I share empower ni bia esida or the esida na ama nipa diska call bia bank bia osoro ba hwe Bayport ya buy 22 years ago ya adwuma yenya issue bia scan so da ho na hwe hye so our process no how you see no how you see share certificate dem ma be dia dance say usika dey ada ho ochina bi asembisi anase bia woni ho na wabusu ni bi pese wa dey ohun say usika da bi kra na offer certificate na so beba enti de bia ya border rule say because of the SC any your interest na your side man see ho no esa o share in the current situation economic situation na ye na ekuta good interest wo do sika be 12 months ho no e wo soro undan be bia
okay
ita de bia border rule say mo fam sika na dey one the interest on it no e wo soro two the risk factor no eso ye dey e wo form in case of do sika 12 months bo this sika to be bia no soro de bia na o twem bank na nim no he say no ho
ya tumu asem
ba be project sa de bia ya bie Saturday ko do kra na obusa security otianim bo say
ono be din komo
sure tina yes so bia fa sika ya de ma be pod
okay Dorcas wo de wakọ yo be first na nke say ma dia ya mo house wife na de mo so mo ye adwumaden pa adenti na wonua ma mo bre ne obi a also de no ho so bebo Bayport
okay meda wase na meda etifo ne ahwefo nso ase na mada omunso a de bia ye baha ne ye beboda ru no mute a omunya didie ene akokrodo de ba ne ye be ye adwuma okay kakra me de beto a me colleagues de ene so say Bayport ye nhehye ya ye no ye nya ne chinchin ye very flexible enti no ye fa so wo ska bi a wodi koye bibi but o person dey to for short term your short term no 1 month 3 months there your 6 months like opem 1 year enti no emposo dey beto for 6 months and 3 months na emra uhia ska no anso hwehwe ye ne ye na uhia osika ye sebra ye wo early termination ye be terminate na ma empo ye terminate a attract any penalty bia empo ska na de beto ho no ye sande ensi ho ka ho ma ai wandru enhyehyɛ no ko ansumpo no na huhia ba opese yes emredodo eska ne bedi ye ho no ye hwɛ so ne terminate ne ye de ma ne asan hwɛ so ama so kakra aidei ato ho na afen so say mature na member officer ye USSD code ye bi account wi ye link wa account number no wo so enti empo mature ehu hia say obeba office no waba beju sika obu ho abebi otie muchi enti no eno ane say wa fa ofon wa bokodu no wa follow process no wa obetimi a withdraw wo sika dodo apese o withdraw bia no withdraw wi a afei opese o ye roll over ofre obu ho say bia pese me interest no the sika potin ye no mun roll me over obu ho say pese me yi sika nyina no ewo wo ye wo sika ye ntimi nsho de opese o de enti ekwan a opese o fa so use sika ni bia no eno ewo ho
na obi opese o yes process na ne de no mutimi
oh yeah assistant no yeah ntimi our relationship managers no me friend me ana me colleagues bia o friend na obe assist wo no be ye no de bia ye bi ekwan wom na say wo say ye ba wo ho na ye beboa wa ye ba office ufie na ya ba ni abe assist na won sa account sikenti ehu bia nim ti
number na ka so
the number no atudwa so o person ni di juma me America say from 055
055
811
9281 055
811
9281
that is so by free calling so 0244 170 601 0244 170 601 me after Mike on so 0242 288 915 bet me after Michael was 0242 288 915 after so Daniel 0244 598 400 and after so Boniface sorry me repeat Daniel again 0244 598 400 after so Boniface in so 055 56 42 900 055 56 42 900 two friend number see bia baby a wo bia no obia you willing to assist you
many seconds yeah what am do share say we do we
Bayport Kumasi yeah service center no ya wa makom roundabout nti ahwefo na etifo ehwe no obia opese oba no be die nsa so na wa makom traffic
asi on mudu na busa obia betro Bayport
sa pepe
okay abusafo yebeda mase na inu nsa na ahwese ne yebesan ehia so yebeda se Bayport na moti se Bayport savings and loans oto nsa dia from hye ne ye kama dodo nti de bia no se so mo so anachese enim ne ye ka yen college no na show
Bayport
yes boss
you can always trust them
yes fantastic
always doing the right thing but for boko there
that am patch
go tido so ho ye nti obi a ho ye no
I believe say anywhere was they are feeling good
oh you are dedicated their man you na e friend Sam no Adam for the Sam America
Sam okay
na follow
on say okay
Sam follow
so omunya mu beta no mutaichi
are you sure
Manchester for no emu achi 2 avola video support here
okay
and Sam so
no so omunya no mo ha no
omo wa ha minim se na ba wa ka kire so support here ba minyini
na unyini so
o se baba isenti no support here
Cantona so
minyini Cantona minim bat ono obetima wo ba bia bana ba wa dem so here against
nana de ebe difficult
adentina ono apa na numaka se o support na wo se unyini
number 2 asembe na esi here
ese na no na omukobo no na ja
but over chance kakra nana o chance na chance
obi anka bibia bi
ono ye no manya na e ba
say
adenja And your birthday. Send a birthday.
Birthday.
Then I said, that's a birthday. So I said,
one of the acid I share on yes, and
Nana Aquaba.
Yeah,
now you know my way.
Patron.
And Solomon from Nana, so I didn't never 1 minute in a oh, okay. Now I know pay who say.
Boss, Medasipi, the Yamia says, Yamia, who didn't ask me at him.
Jamia say yellow, on the say. Oh, yeah. Jamia, you'll be a team.
Was an appedia who knows you so. Yamina,
Jamia, 2 minutes or down.
Medasi, Yamidi, I fear coming for you.
Oh, okay.
And then Menya 55.
Oh, fine.
55 years. Now, assess me crada. Yawada. Yawada. Bon.
Nana yawo.
Me pacha me yawo. Aye.
Chame yawo.
Yawo from Pong.
Oh, okay. Name's a birthday we special, didn't you?
Aya crada nintra.
Next I 55.
Next I 55 for.
Enye bibia asembia to afia nyame twitwaje o.
Ano de nyame aya wi ntino.
O se o birthday ni bi o wa na ye special. Special in the sense bia nyame a kadawe ama.
Okay.
Na ama o de afa ho. On kan de kro but na say wo de afa ho because ya na ehun de ntia birthday na ye special sa.
Ni special wo ma ni say
okay. Bia do obetima boy kakana. Na fe ye mba 1 minute na yengo so na microphone nya on ntino ayi nu microphone na yenye ni sem yengo but omunya obi amra na fe yenye ni sem na emra nti mesesi afrempo me sabi de mini no me de mini yeshia oh yes but obi amra na yenye ni yengo me ni no when the minimum yeshia da and obi wa bia ni no why are there enkomodie na betre say asida na nya asida nti de munya afi yo bo amane ne e
general what I'm say you not say the boko Acheampong share yellow shirt Oyerepa tankers nyame aye na dom na and then already 55 years. And you see our film ranty dream, see our papa penny.
I know at the time, man. Papa penny, you know. Yeah,
55 days.
Go away, papa penny. Okay.
But the football age or the number 46.
Okay.
They
want the passport.
The order number 46. And they say Ubia who's 55 years.
Okay. On our waka. Much a cake.
Oh, you didn't can't promise me.
Nadia Naya special,
also for a long time, and then they say any fee and any ban was obedient birthday, no, and they see the crowd.
Okay,
for the yow.
And now, simply see in Tina, we are special,
and some crowns was see. Now, what you knew obedient the birthday, no, and some cacress sima. Yamenko and the Bunya no one, no Mujanko. And one dance idea, you didn't count so that dance. And you may see soon, I just say, and when you say, the yes, the Menyame, because Yamia, and you know, and no one birthday, just say, and no one says, and then the bush of phone in our bar. Okay, but that's Umian Cacao or Bayano. Not Ned Cacao. Or buy the battle bar for me, sir. Oba ni mo aye den kakra na no se dia na ye no Obama ne say oh te me jame dia na be kana
boss me da se send me di kan me boss so ade ka kan no and na special day because
now be party na the oye ya we
we boss no ana
don't pray fear na bibia se bia ponti bia na bibi ana
boss no ana ye no
he sika sema na se woni nye ho
de meni na nye
okay se ne ke bo ma oye ba se nye ho oh okay jimi mafi
da bia mafi boss
ejije nya jolo bibi kura bia
ye bibia wa happen
na so the kwanyansa kwan ya birthday na ye fe
ya bibia wa happen yeah okay
eja so ye de chame de ha
the second one
I saw them shower you know me ba fia me ho no oh okay na o wa package out there na wa nyiga nko se bia wo ko tika ama na If you are Kotika, never be Anana or ne admit na the insurance see the Sony ande. Hey! What man excuse you? Tell me that's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, what you kid at empty oh. Hey! No, we don't know. Excuse you. Baba just the boy that must. We don't munya madana bi kaka ne enko.
Yes, so Promise Dominion Association.
Mutane ti yo.
Na me president.
Na e dey birthday dey mo amana.
Papa, why am I auntie?
Okay.
Tie bon price afie di anim no.
Na me bua na ye ho den na tia. Okay, that's it. Every be anim do.
Tama wo de wadaruma me chiri ma mienu ye prophet.
Okay.
Prophet Bishop Aduse Poku.
Okay, prophet.
Aha na yere nyame ya dum akosia de ye be ya eye wono so birthday.
Oh fine.
Aha nti
on de bia nyame na yi bibi.
Nti because prophet de bibi wo ho.
Okay.
Aha say ho.
Na one na case na amasusu.
Yes, nyesa okay kwa kamelimu da.
But you better say na actually I don't want too much. Okay. Happy birthday. Yeah, that's it. Hey, tell me the last born, Yana. We attribute our home. Hey, Jamie. Okay. We over Pano Abekana Samu. I don't know who they be say. But when you're lying on your corner, that time you got in the key, as I'm there. I'm going for you. What will be so about the house? Okay. Okay, Baba,
I say on the wings of Kanjin.
I say we need to embassy a Kwan's and they are no
Mati. Intend the young Kwano, na young go here. A lot went wrong tactically and technically. Kotoko have not been impressive in the last few games. Okwara United CEO laments.
And I am in that, I don't get it.
Tama, the biggest position being the CEO.
He's not commenting as Okwara United CEO. Kakra know about journalism. That's the little that we know.
Anything.
Your position should have a relationship with your statement. Or Kasa as a regional circles chairman. Now you say Okwara United CEO there, Kotwenkoye there nasem. And nasem. His capacity as a regional circles chairman, and what they comment about his team.
A headline.
I'm not detached. I'm saying, as I'm not can, and fuck Okwara United. It has got nothing to do with Okwara United. The same person is a regional circles chairman for Greater Accra. Kotoko Akobobo with Greater Accra, and Koye no comment. And to Oka Chess or Okwara United CEO. I mean, I confused.
Who double as the
and double, and double. So we have our own fair day. Obiako friend with you no accounts me by Obiaka and Timothy. But if you are giving us leads, you don't confuse us. And now, but more, yeah, you know now, yeah, Casamafo.
Greater Accra chairman, and I'm all lamenting. Say,
Mamma, go United, Upon, and I'm moving higher, no you.
And you man no
antiano no oye
and you man no
because the point is that omo mo here chairman
I go here juma full every day I'm job no as Okwara United see you and I'm wa
how no here juma say
na juma oye no football mu dey
I'm saying say na sem na
o say who can you ni who
asem na o kan no Okwara United supporter was a chairman or Kakotoko Asema. Yes, young high home we see a time on discussing. But if Nipan capacity so yet NCC chairman, I think it calls for discussions. But Karela chairman, as a Kotoko Bobo Akrana, as a Kotoko Amunia, and they found way.
Thomas says a message no Nayana. No.
Kakra ye nim ne de. Kakra bi nim kase. Kakra ne de. Kotoko ni na kakotoko asem. Bebe oye adwuma de enka. Vincent the Kenya.
Some Oyekotokoni.
And chairman of the supporters.
Yes.
The whole of Greater Accra. And Akotoko Greater Accra region. And what can be. You can take yours, but in my opinion, it's got nothing to do with Okoye United.
The current position also
got nothing. And in the link. Crack.
I said, I'm for who say
now, I'm down on Kotoko United in the Dinimo.
She said,
Answer. I didn't know Okoye United. Now, I'm a Kotoko, my being feared. Okoye United, no Okoye, and after no Ubinim.
These are the performances you get when all manner of untruth is being said about me and the players. The players, instead of focusing on tactics at their free time, are focusing on negatives. For me, I'll be able to cope with it, but the players can't cope with it, and we have to be mentally strong. This is the kind of results you get. Coach Prosper Nate Ogum speaks out. Tama, I say negatives now and comfort team ni hono. Enya psychological effect of players in so. Na say negatives ni koso saa na results say na anya umbenya. Nti ono so kakra waka dia fa ono players ni ho. So on dey ka on dey obeti makokuba players no. Omo ntimi nkobi nti omo stadium kra na yebobo na amafo ye he kakra bia na affect omo. Na from performance ni nyina no. Ati akoda. Eno ye enra omo je 3 o enkran no. You sleep on a good bed, fully nyanya. You have a driver. Did you have a driver in Cote d'Ivoire? You are paid. Your salary hits your accounts way ahead before the month ends. Yet you give us a Dabrijo performance. If you lose the next match, we will storm the training grounds and speak our mind. House of Folk supporters at Doma confront Coach Abubakar Ouattara. Tama, say nka ombeti mi nka voice wey dey can be seka wutie bi. Na ensem de oma buru bi egu ho papa we no ye yiyi mu kakra de aka ne gu ho. Emre pam de aka ba ka ho na eno de wadam for Ouattara ne ho hyehye no kakra. Omo say bibia ni ho no mo ha se nyema no. Anka de aka de se nkon so ko mo results. Enso so results na ya Dabrijo. Tama mo say Dabrijo. Tama about Dabrijo as anything. I'm say results no I Dabrijo. Tell no dey no am ke come adwen kire no ne. I'm say o kra won 13 bus nim. Yama o car. O Cote d'Ivoire no na wo driver Uchu. Car no fully nyanya na de o koba. Iwe na kobo boni en sha de o ye nie. Okay. Nti tama kakra e wo ho no no. Good. And then no enam I don't know friends say Romontaro na anya amaso nti no. I say focus ni nyina.
And na some of Ghana high out level. In time check of the country. Mamu pa Romontada so no so. But when go to a different trainer by
a relegation threatening club. A issue. We are so a road to be antimi entwe ho fi.
De ma hu ne se ahanabasi ane akoyi nipa ba ko mienu. Na obia person de blame ma wo mo. Obia ka ho on the chain.
But
everybody it depends on how you want to look at it. Ejina said the obes or no.
For instance, you see a coach na me who say this results on nya no. And I want no demand central for say
Jana coach no kan.
Or say the negative say no na issue statement no more warning central for say the negatives are becoming one too many and that's
there be coach na say no let anything in my job.
Or say negatives no. Say one is about the negatives no. And coach emphatically said negatives what media space psychological effect on the players.
All right. So bad.
You have to look at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now can negatives. I say ball no.
So too. Yeah, interesting free. Yeah, man on embra. Na yaba yebenya abotre ni aboko chogun voice na yetimi aka de say catch no. Na And Inter Milan and the Bayern Munich game was a lovely game by all standard. So Inter started, na omomane clear to we are seeing say Simone Inzaghi this season any abrepa. And to enra omo finish hard. There was a game whether you're a fan of Inter Milan and Arazuri or me too or Bayern Munich ni. And also you be crowd you decide they say Arsenal and Madrid they no power to kushi we are. Me sure so be value for money in terms of the kind of performance that both teams put to up. It was just beautiful match. The kind of talent game, the act of defending, players throwing their body on the line. Who passing? Who say people are on the field to fight. And yes, sir. Yeah, for instance, look at Inter Milan. Already 2-1 there, but one treaty game to say is a done deal. They went in all out, full energy, defending solid. Yes, they considered 2 goals, but you also have to look at the opponent and then a boy. And there's an opponent that is very difficult to prevent them from scoring. Boys no kufikasi me to ade ba kwanim se beta asia na se Bayern Munich to score 1 goal in a match there. So over 40 matches are me to no be 38 on benya goal. A few matches now they will struggle to get a goal. So definitely you knew say they were going to give Inter Milan a run for their money in terms of the attacking aspect of the game. But Vincent Kompany is going to learn on the job. May they say from day one, Makanta say Ejuma na nya de be yefo amano. Especially in matches akese no oba Europe na enye for mano. So betimi atwa fa teams so no hu say obebre. But if Bayern Munich could give him time to grow with the projector, ebi betimi aye in the coming days, because I still had my doubt when it comes to the big matches. But we need to talk about players like Lautaro Martinez. I say Nidino a bus system he's the captain and he's the leader and setting the example at my Inter Milan when they go and get stuff. He saved them in difficult moments, and that is what a captain is supposed to do. Some matches no idea, both with the any breaks to create something out of nothing. Inter Milan a major asset in this competition, apart from their defense, is how they take advantage of the few chances of winning when they are playing against you. And that was they see a game on my boy. They also have a very good goalkeeper. But we can't coach asem, ye can't midfield. Nicola Barrera, Ubenya Chalanoglu, Mkhitaryan mo, Fratesimo, Finfino. We also cannot forget about the keeper, one underrated goalkeeper in Jan Sommer. So Inter deserve to be in the semis, and credit to them. Game and no boy, and no ma be at Miko Yemo. The trouble is still on course. Inter trouble to Mumbi, because for now Italians they are leading, and Omachre said they have enough quality to properly rotate the team in such a way that every match be remaining competitive. One of the biggest disappointments in Inter in recent time was their game against Parma. And no man for see from come fast boy. Coppa Italia to Milan. Aka second game on Bebo. First game ended in a draw. Then in the Champions League to be drew semi. But they have a difficult encounter against Barcelona. And not the more thing. But they've proven that they have a good squad, and you can trust them in moments like this. Simone Inzaghi idea. The last time an Inter banned treble who say that will probably be under Jose and Omo Ben Omo come this close to winning a treble. But apart from that, we free managers now but need to say about Bomodin in the league. You know about the Diamo to say the Conte Bejimo and now say Europe nan Casano. The last time Mobile was the final, and it was the same Simone Inzaghi and the Omoko final. Solid manager by us time. I think they say about top 5 managers are. It says Simone Inzaghi didn't me PM in the world at the moment. The kind of players are all used to, the level of investment, what team out they born to they are changing my defenders. Emma coaches baby Omeka Somompe. Yeah, the Damien Emma coaches baby Omeka Somompe. Yeah, the Mkhitaryan ma coaches be bro meka so mompe. Moto even Dimarco. Ibo Dimarco. E no na ama Dimarco. All of a sudden his system are bringing the best out of DiMarco because he's playing him as a wing back. I limited the number of defensive jobber and so yeah at the boy the Inter Milan team, which the name said DiMarco the pie offensive aspect when he joins the attack the opponent final third into a keeping was our angle no and or the year Jumano at the moment. Yeah, Baso how our team the Inter about do this particular stage now. And no common in I will Madrid get a comeback or not? Now I was emphatic. Say me who any form of comeback. Now say be we common impo. Now as na ye no home na we kura men obi anwawa. Now the Madrid problem, your diagnosis, it started from last season after some ball the Champions League final. That was when the Madrid problem started. But the truth is, they did not really fix their problems and tackle the things they need. The things you need and the things you want. You make me discuss Madrid based on a game, no. But the root cause of Madrid problem, no, and starting with no game, no, and I said the cause was Emirates, no. Starting yache. Madrid last season after the Champions League, Nacho Fernandez retired. And Toni Kroos retired. Now before Nacho the Crabbe retired, now the Madrid or more matches didn't come and class Madrid needed a proper centre back. Somebody ne level no crano a bro elder Militao so in terms of age any energy because Rudiger is 32 years, so they needed somebody who is younger than Rudiger and better than Eder Militao. Now no crowd down when it comes to the centre back position. Now we are talking about a Madrid right backer, Dani Carvajal, who is 33 years. It's all Madrid available players are now after last season. This season, Lucas Vasquez or a backup to Dani Carvajal, 33 years. Dani Carvajal now Casasu 33 years. Rudiger is 32. Alaba is 33. Then you look at Ferland Mendy. We are 20 Madrid for the team command. Defensively, Ferland Mendy will get the job done for you. But at the level of Madrid and how they always have top players, you know. Can the Papa cry? They need an upgrade of Ferland Mendy. That was even the problem and now Madrid actually. Then one player setting the tempo for Madrid last season, especially in their middle, was Toni Kroos. Born na Toni Kroos born. Now open your man Madrid near the calmness. Man Madrid etimi split defense from deep zone. Toni Kroos na your close zone. I'll be on final but from deep zone. Etimi switch ball no. Man Madrid find space even when the opponent decide to sit back. Na Toni Kroos. The maturity I know the board. And then the experience, you know, a free Madrid team, no. But Notorious sound come na Madrid did not tackle the right back issue. They did not tackle the center back issue. Left back or crowd your man show. Rather, they attack and call for what they want in Kylian Mbappe. So in Mbappe, Menkaso any player Obama Madrid Mboa, but it was what Madrid wanted, not what Madrid needed. Madrid needed to fix their defense. But maybe some say they ain't Mbappe joining Madrid destabilized Ancelotti the game plan for the attack of Madrid. He needed to redesign it. And in redesigning it to fit Kylian Mbappe and reduce the threat of Vinicius, he was forced to drop Jude Bellingham as a false 9. So Vinicius Biemuko left. Now Rodrigo Biemuko right in that 4-4-2 system. Now Jude Bellingham no in the diamond system because diamond is without a proper winger. Our operating from deep of the wings. 4 now near bomber in 4 last year. We need central to bring out Toni Kroos. No one has Schwameni, Federico Valverde, and Jude Bellingham. So our 4 with central midfielders. No above Vinicius, no Rodrigo. Then Jude Bellingham will surge forward to the first 9 position, and that was why he was scoring a lot of goals last season. But Mbappe Sa middle 4 no eso teso ye ne 3. Na Jude Bellingham now no join the attack na. Emi hu say Jude she goals or ya assist. Ema na ye boni deep for Ballon d'Or no or drop no ba deep. So he reshaped the midfield, reshaped the attack, and in that midfield, one component in Toni Kroos was a free move. I want some fix it. Now I'm saying, Chiro wanye ni hiyo nintino. There are occasions as a Federico Valverde kobo right back. There are occasions as a Shwamani eko jine Chiro, and that is the key problems facing Madrid. So it was an unbalanced team, a team that had issues, question mark on key positions. It's on paper they are corner, but as a unit, name 5. And so to this remind me of the 2002 Madrid team. Almost the Champions League free Leverkusen in some. But instead of adding more depth in defense, Omuja Makelele Kwai, Ekofa Ronaldo Monebay, Eddie Omubejina anymore. And where be the 2 Madrid this season? And so to what steady games are Madrid, the share teams are almost every unit is solid. They struggle. In terms, I was telling you, say they will struggle to find spaces for Arsenal defense them. And you're almost the first half, no matter the shot on target. And Ancelotti Bejene dear. But this decision so trend the baby free next season. Afonso Davis, Yenteta, Ebiani Etimena left back next season. We was at the point non peleni euro. But on about a year kind of saying United in term. And people were saying, say, Emric Laporte, born Wababama Spain. I'm Magic Heroes. He's not supposed to be playing in Saudi. Madrid and Kofano, man Kofano. But you can't ignore the brilliance of Arsenal. You can't win about Arsenal, but it will be so unfair. Arsenal beat Madrid 5-1 with a number 8 as a number 9. And I'm so 20 years here. Moreno is 8.
Yeah.
To some extent, creating boss 6. On the boss, they are number 9. But you told you say defense win you championship. Match when I'm Arteta decision say last season and the defense so and you also topping up. It's been a good decision. Key I say more about so because Wabeshema ye Jumane part together with Saliba. Timber excellent. But English boy, you know. Louis Kelly, excellent job with Edema Arsenal. I think Arteta Muto was by another year the amount our club of Arsenal. Forget about their course league. You can raise issues about injury because Arsenal, imagine they had Carrot. Imagine Ebia Gabriel Jesus Mobwa. Imagine Gabriel Mujinem. Imagine Calafiori Moon Praia. Ibianka Arsenal fight for the league title, and don't forget at a point in time you do the business end. Bukayo Saka should be pry. Until you can have genuine excuses for Arteta, and based on the way to acquire Madrid, tactically he defeated Ancelotti at every point. His substitutions, his game plan, his man marking approach, his defensive structure, and attacking transition. See a jibo on the quite so. And the first one attacking Madrid. You know Arteta nyane correct. Ntiemba Arteta abaso. Why are them so too? Arsenal deserve every credit, but Madrid need to go back to the transfer board and fix the problems that they deserve. Nyomo muhiano. Lutu anu nomuko fix it. They need to work on their defense. Lutu.
Madrid so issues with injuries too.
No to injuries no, but their defense in impulse. Our players
now. But
Carvajal is not a player who can give you 30 matches in a season. No, no.
No, at this stage, their experience come to bear.
But at the end of the community, say, the last season G League and the Champions League, now go to 1. Omekwa kobo Super Copa. And here back and no. Namsto Mkakobo the UEFA Super Cup. World Cup Championship Obokubi. Motomebo Spanish Super Cup. Omebo 38 matches in the league. And don't forget, said this season in the Champions League, that married Akumasono. Near Sisa format from the first stage, from 6 to 8, 2 different matches are become. And again, so when Timia make it the top 8, it meant that Ubesambo knockout. and Sakura about the round of 16, meaning 2 additional matches as I count. So a potential 4 matches at the Champions League. So Madrid knew they had a long season. And even if these players were fit in par, 34, Rudiger 33, Alaba 33, Rudiger 32, almost 33. Lucas Vasquez on here back up to Dani Carvajal, also nam 33. Dani Carvajal now can see him say, on my Madrid a consistent season without an injury. Go and check the records of Dani Carvajal. But what Bob matches by 28 in the La Liga. On time we are 30 mark.
33.
Yes. So Madrid should have started their transition. And it can feel Fiona who lose to Tony Cruz. No, almost saying Federico Valverde didn't feel on Fanning Bertri.
Same thing for my 5 young French boys. No, Tchouameni.
At some point in time in the season, Tchouameni needed to go to centre back. At some point in time in the season, Valverde needed to go to right back. It's less than 50 one can won't touch your intact, because you were still making changes from the middle that affect to influence the defense. Until they have themselves to be blamed. But to transfer market, no share Chirokina. And yes, they might have a strong attack. But to born here, pass free. So United to qualify.
Okay.
On said last time, no Leono. I may catch yourself, and yes, yourself, Ruben Amorim Begui and Masi. And they ended up having 2-2. And even in a game, you can question the quality of Andrew Nana. And Team Otuo.
Okay.
Last year, the 2-0 neighbor against Budoglet. I said no from the 2-0 there. A bad in the Ama, but Stadio Olimpico. Roma, they have a solid side. So the issue would come back in here say make sure say won't concede.
When you are coming back.
When you want to come back. So coming back. Now what change na good net
wait to make sure so won't concede.
Someone say etefa so back one. Oh, come back ni na yen concede you. Who concede are saying. Okay. But I want to trust Atletico Bilbao against Rangers.
Okay.
Tisemi no sienya Frankfurt ne Spurs ball no Sunday. To Postecoglou on Amorim no mu nyina hia Europa ne pa. But some match me sure say over 2 goals bebem. So I would rather go for over 1.5 in Frankfurt versus a year Spurs. I might stick my neck out for the Germans. Maybe I met me kwama German for kakra. Bilbao to qualify over Rangers. Because first game was 0-0. I'll go for a United qualification.
So a semi-final of Manchester United, Frankfurt.
Yeah. Atletico Bilbao and to Bodo Glimt, preventing Bodo Glimt from getting a goal. I think it will be difficult for last
8-2-0.
8-2-0.
All right.
Tisana me
Dodo. They be near CSA. Yeah, no here any. Ni pet me who ni pa o. Ni pet me mani pa ya mission na.
Kata pack so.
Real Madrid for the hotel bano. Because Ghana hanke because so much is a Kumasi for me be no dia soldier.
And I know mo bra dey be oto.
But omo club na dey club. And Osho ma watch football.
Jom kata park no so ampa.
Amu ye ni nyina. So mo kata so a. Omo ye dede na gina stadium ho.
And UEFA mom gwanzo mtu
oh so stadium ne meet the standard at UEFA power.
Na kata so.
Amba ma kwa mo kata so.
Ani sini ano munya na mo sarin kata biso ana.
Yeah.
Enye baba
ya do wera ho.
Na dia no mo kata so sa no. So omo ya no mo yi.
No ewo yinim tie me fan say omo control tie omo mia
na ba
na akasi
jompa no ma say yi.
Omo say bi ha tombe say di didi ni jina wasuma na omo tum na say didi na jina wasum. But ultimately take anything away from how Ateta prepare the Arsenal team no enra e dey share Real Madrid team no. But before say na beba sa game ni so no me nim die so too Inter Milan is one side that I say among for share dan come once bebre. But ade sa Champions League ye ko yanima ye ben final yi. Omo make a strong case o. reason why ɛsi share that any call so na say our clubs we no be a some bebo final na mbetia because already no adana na check 97 calendar any 2025 mu no ene e be kan say yakobo sa final no Muli Olympic stadium no na Juventus Italy, Dortmund Germany ene yakobo final no it is to say a German team even in the final. A certain see a team or final na all come on your Champions League nibida.
PSG and Arsenal.
PSG ni Arsenal. The aka say and so free wa yenya and you may see 1997 no. Barcelona playing in the final. But there is an Italian team, Inter Milan. I also moko replace Juventus. No more 97 final against Borussia Dortmund. Na eno awhwe Inter ene Bayern game na. Akoyi tima omo sofa pa o. Bo mo find a way. No mo dey freeze ahu yehia na do mbekum no. Eno at a point na Bayern e push omo. But this is a side they defend with 11 players and attack with 8 players. Anytime I will Inter so I will attack you. You don't see a single Inter Milan player. Oh yeah, what's at the center circle? But omuji ball ne pe no mo ko quick transition na. Baby Inter Milan players ni free. So to normal over crowd half no. It is so shabo na hu sa nyoma we na. It's purely coaching. Coach will crown the players. I watch them maybe move from NCC. E o park so. And until a man for boss Simeone Inzaghi dinner because you man o no. Be ma boda nya djuma keto. Watch his team. Yan Soma move on the free transfer. Federico Di Marco a product of Inter Academy. I'm the call loan. I will Chievo Verona. Baxoni was Inter Academy product. And I'm the call loan with Parma. Federico Alchebi. Omofani free after the contract expire or excess Lazio. Benjamin Pavard. Omofani from Bayern Munich. Damien free agent. Dumfries almost spending 30 million euros. Hakan Chanolu free agent from AC Milan. Nicolo Barella 30 million euros from Cagliari. Mkhitaryan free agent. Thuram free agent. Lautaro Martinez 11 million euros from the Argentine Liga Apertura. When you combine their first 11er, it doesn't even cost Scout Matia what the top players no. It doesn't even cost more than 100 million euros. But check the last 3 seasons. Omoko their second Champions League semi-final in the last 3 seasons. Watch how they defended against Bayern Munich. And Nana Meka Alessandro Bastoni as a Mufia say. See a center backs are yes, we were Premier League nima. Van Dijk being recognized arguably as the best center back recently in the Premier League. So to the strength, how we read the opponent. Van Dijk or attack spaces. It's in a man for this to say, Van Dijk you know the ball by one mouse. Van Dijk need defenders now, mobile also, especially on 1v1 situation. But he looks at or show steps. Any space now, no take advantage of it because of the physical ability. Any long legs now, one. It will be using the physical ability to bully you. The long legs no to get much closer to the ball than one hour the ball ever no. For me to say Saliba in the Premier League is the best man marking center back in the Premier League. See a deep player action and say player we had national say make sure say you defend against him. One man be a quite be a man and for bon sound is Saliba. But surely now can say more Inter Milan no. What he adds to his game, aside of all the qualities of Van Dijk and Saliba, and say he's a very good passer of the ball. And okay, Inter players now. Coach and the Simeone Inzaghi do transition. players miensa Baxoni, Nicolo Barella, and Hakan Chanolo. Anytime on Pikibo Biano, look at the runs of Lautaro Martinez. And I think Lautaro Martinez should be part of the conversation of the Ballon d'Or. How crucial why at this stage for club offensive Inter Milan? So Piki 2 games now. How important and it goes and showing leadership qualities as captain of the team. And I didn't casa Ballon d'Or casa no. And when Inter we need a Champions League. Our Ballon d'Or Asemna Yekano. Because this is a competition. Mostly club no beji and we play obayadi no. We say our Ballon d'Or nim. It is this Inter team. And when I'm in no building ko na maka say. Yes, Barcelona were an excellent side. But the Inter team will give Barcelona a good match. And they will find a way to stretch Barcelona team. No? I say yes, they don't have a good record against Bayern Munich or Germany. Bayern so fine players who what the Bayern attack. Leroy Sani, Olise, Harry Kane. No more mixing Musiala. And se Bayern team no without Musiala. And to say Bayern team no with Musiala. Thomas Muller was experienced, but Muller team for ball running to say Musiala. Musiala is a driver. He drives the team. Quick movement, quick feet with the ball. And only baby I saw the ball never. It's one or a Bayern team no or the extra energy be about Bayern attack no. Who Thomas Muller from ma. Muller might have a better conversion rate when chances better than Ibia Musiala. But the importance of Musiala to Bayern Munich team no. And then I was switching Thomas Muller. It's no more mixing no. Now you say a very big problem at the Ama club if Bayern Munich. And Alphonso Davies. You need athletic players. Players who can run or opponents to be chasing more. And some players need be Alphonso Davies. It is these two players are not only Bayern game no, the first leg and the second leg no. Now Emma Inter a little advantage over club offensive Bayern Munich because say Bayern created 3 chances the highest Bayern will go from the 3 chances needs to score 1 goal. Inter created 3 they will score 2. It will for the both legs now. Bayern created more chances than Inter Milan, but Inter normally a much clinical than Bayern Munich. Baby a pro see the ball opportunity, especially the Lautaro Martinez guy. And they deserve their qualification. Only a year as someone is a Champions League now on YouTube. As a 3-back system now, ain't find the Champions League in premium and but I think this team based on the Juma Maye and they have a very good sporting director. One of the best I recently gave Nenya in Pepe Morata. He knows how to scout. So you want to still now about Champions League final against Madrid and Barcelona no. On a better setting no. And one area where you good say how our team for players as free agents and everybody a strong side moment to be competing with the best no. And it's the Pepe Morata no so no to who can Inter Milan team now you cannot take away Sanyo Mano. Baxoni, Nicolo Barella, Lautaro Martinez. This is the spine of the Inter Milan team. Omone Barcelona game they do you better use these 3 players to discuss how important plus Barcelona 3 players Rafinha, Lewandowski, then Lamine Yamal. Say we miensano who understand a chance of playing in the Champions League final. Arsenal and Real Madrid game no. I'm say we probably our church Real Madrid team na see ye pa na ya etebo kotoa. This is fair assessment. No kutudo ena waka. You to all players and kwan guarantee you say ukobobo abeshiwu. Ayana man for refi say Adebi Real Madrid and me kwetche bebre ma me fa wrestling you dominated the Champions League no. Say uwo Ronaldo, uwo Gareth Bale, uwo Benzema. So all these 3 players are world class players. obia no ekwan bi so odene ho obetimi ayedi ope because time Madrid koto Garibio no oba La Liga no he was adjudged the best player in the English Premier League. Benzema was the best player in the French League before joining Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo was the best player in the Premier League before joining Real Madrid. Into obia eyogoro eno maba a drew stage bia ehese baako sebio sebi odane kwasea e game nim he needs to sacrifice. Eti Cristiano Ronaldo Garibio Real Madrid supporters egusu no mu di Karim Benzema atem, but he had to sacrifice his personal glory to bring the best out in Cristiano Ronaldo and Garibio. But not Real Madrid supporters and respect Karim Benzema. But not Ronaldo be function, Garibio be function. That time Ronaldo was Ronaldo say go no one say. Karim Benzema so a striker. The other by assassin you go so be say. Garibio so free Premier League number no. On so than your goal machine. It's when you have these three players, no be a pego asha, voto uti ni problem ba. Eti coach kura wa Dani Karim Benzema. So monya akwa for Cristiano Ronaldo and Garibio. That was the success of Real Madrid at that time. But Real Madrid fans dey no know sir. Kylian Mbappe ni Vinicius Junior ese ba ko dan ho Karim Benzema. And it looks like only you no be anya na adun so be. Obia pen the personal glory than the team glory. If you look at them, omu lusuba or join ho, omfa ho. This a boy na yasa kwagine yasa de abre ne bim. Be ne boy na ye bono, mizoto. Se kadako bi pa ye nya time. Sa build up from the back no. Eze ka be chirchim na ba bi e ko efri ba ye. E bia wu the importance of it. But so we a team. Now we go against team B. Now start to sort build from the back. Many be team first line. We reduce you players no, or more numbers than you. It's watch the Arsenal team. Almost start to build up from the back. Aside Vinicius pressing out the course Saliba so no. Mbappe, Vini, Rodrigo, no money now relax it. Plus Jude Bellingham. They don't press the Arsenal team. Arsenal move on to midfielder. Their first point of contact in the midfield is Thomas Partey. But who want a single Real Madrid player or put two pressure on Thomas Partey? It's a Partey ball, no scanner park no. Or share left, or share right. Now one personal. Obe taking an attacking decision, it will affect your team. It's the individual players is there, especially Benzema, Mbappe, Vini, Jude Bellingham. And no crown is a top pushing the baby. Ebia Vini and Kylian Mbappe. And based on what they have done consistently the last 3-4 seasons, Mbappe you can stretch to the last 6 seasons. You can classify them as world-class players. But there are certain players within the Real Madrid team. It's either that some of the Arsenal players might be better than them. Make I say, nobody can convince me that Tchouaméni is a better player than Thomas Partey. Nobody can convince me. The only difference between the two, and they say, Tchouaméni bought team awarding 15 Champions League trophies. Partey bought team on the Champions League there. But their quality as footballers, Tchouaméni had the Thomas Partey. Partey are ahead of him. What the energy level and the drive of Declan Rice, the kind of sacrifices he makes as a number 8, Jude Bellingham on that. Martin Odegaard no about 10 no. She areas and Martin Odegaard be picking ball from the back. Who Real Madrid play about number 10 so yes I don't know. So what's the say? It's clearly this was a gamer. Yes, Real Madrid was a tradition, and if there is a clubber, no best obey me at 10 results now even able to say Real Madrid. But this Real Madrid team is not a teamer. Omobo as a compass, a unit. Bet me Gandhi's our results no. And reminding me of those days they had Luis Nazario de Lima, Raúl, Figo, Zidane, Beckham. ya to nam ni bebre but ya de yan kwan ni. Yes, they are the biggest football club in the world, but at this stage, as I'm saying, if they want to get the best in Vini and Kylian Mbappe, either they sell one and now say it becomes the Ronaldo Benzema issue. One turns into Karim Benzema and another player be enjoy. Then Cristiano Ronaldo, okay. It's Enra was a gamer. I think Arsenal did 2 legs in there. Almost should say they almost miles ahead of Real Madrid team. No.
Meaning so busy from the
other. There's
this message never seen him refume. We are waiting for Jibo to end his analysis by saying Man U will be eliminated today. His wish. And they would have given a lot of experience.
Yes. I never acquired a key to Manchester for an NTS say. See you United. The YouTube said this is a Manchester team in here. And our Manchester supporters in you too. Now see any teams are the level is not even up to Lyon team. No matter Manchester or Old Trafford.
Then under my events over there. Amorim.
Then Amorim a bomb of Besheni.
What's a league?
A
league.
And I see you now born on mobile.
Oh, so we're different competition.
Difference women say.
Where your pedigree and experience.
I say a team the previous Manchester United now. No more solid European night football. No. The manager and the players were able to control the fans and give them excitement. One supporters they can. Say no we game now. What they are say? Anytime Arsenal will win the ball back from Real Madrid. Na Ateta yen say calm down. Calm down. Ebi only say we exhaust Real Madrid players no. But who say exhausted the energy our supporters in the show was stadium no. They become frustrated because the more you hold the ball and almost confidence about from say we dey cry into me. It's why Manchester United team over here they don't have a big connection with the supporters. Anytime supporters in the best stadium or do win the best stadium. I then one here any into the young community say yeah na attach. No cry was him say yes Manchester Bo Old Trafford they have a very good Europa League record. But be a bit Manchester qualify you may be and Lyon will be a bit with qualify.
You magic competition with that.
Debbie.
That man you are did that.
Say the players na go bono.
Be on movie here.
I say na you me na go bono. Play bia Manchester United for any done so. So bet me win game no. E dia mom no. Lyon for so obi. It is should underrate Lyon. Yeah, the betu omofo because ya Lyon ya Manchester. And now she first leg ni bia Mr. Tuhu. Say Manchester for when that so say Garnacho be she go bia. And then Lyon for so near that so. Say Thiago Amada betimi a she go. Say Manchester for when that so. Say Bruno Fernandes betimi a change game na. And then Lyon for near that so. Say Ryan check is betimi a change game no. And don't forget, these are games about with a lot of pressure. Player experience. Casemiro, Manchester United. Matic, you know, but he has experience.
No money mobile.
And no Bobo. And no Matic, very tooth and not correcting to Lisu. Oh, Vivian. Old guys. Old guys. I'm talking. It's a gamer. Yes, Manchester. They want to change their season.
So you are some type why I'm saying
by using the Europa League. But what I'm trying to say is I mean game you mobile and say could even extra time anymore. They be qualified or best suffer. It's Manchester United should be ready. Some person more qualified, they have to suffer to gain. Yes.
Old Trafford no more.
All right.
I see more fun. 90 minutes no. You to bet 1-1 or 2-2. They say the Nyano, Leon. Then the game will move to extra time. But when they decided the winner, Athletic Club New Rangers. Athletic Club Yes, that's how I see it.
But you can't see the winner now.
No, maybe they can say do extra time now.
Man, you be advantage.
Man, you be advantage because Leon for no players no. Once on man tired legs. Aha, be mu kakra. But say Manchester for no to 90 minutes no. Mama na ejigi omni a se boko krafo no mo Leon no. Be ma asema etimi atomo. Athletic Club ni Rangers so to my Athletic Club 2-0 or 3-1 with that game no. Frankfurt are making history this season. It's already no to mania Champions League qualification no. And the last time so the more achieve by that position was Tony Yeboah. The last season at Frankfurt. And they are here again. Only Tottenham 1-1. Tottenham team psychologically they are down. First leg 1-1, Frankfurt 2-1, and it was our game. Bodo Glimt and Essex Lazio. Another game and win extra time no. The 90 minutes looks like a 2-0 or 3-1 for club friends Essex Lazio. Manchester the end the kind aka. And Legia was of so. Say no muso moba no so need a Real Madrid for so. Say Real Madrid beat me come back. I'm so Katrina Chelsea beat me come back. But then Chelsea will win.
A number so shall say for some reasons. Biana. I think you are in my episode Katrea.
Bibia Munim, Wada Mamedas. And the America could be a moon. Obajibo ne fiase mo beka so becheche falling musa se obede so sa wo so beba fi wo aka falling sa mo chobu mienu na mo fa franka na mo fa franka hai
enra match na special Champions League
na de special ko di
a league
Arsenal for mo be qualify mo be conference
you
know go kabi yes, I'm chantia. What a movement here now, or ball a yina, or born to Fumina Mobeka. What I say I do, and to Fumina Mobeka. And I did, but Yamusum Cadu. Now, many are break. And Nibraba. And some now. Oh, mini a danger man can now, who say coach, you don't say the Indian. Get your mamma man, a more nana. A BSC, yeah, will be that. A dinner no letter no statement in about Bontinam see 50-50 no. Sabe and that's a good kumai, Mr. Mo training grounds on. Say ya and a chassis. Bola Suja. And then offense, I'll be Munajibu. Yura, oh my, one castle of a league, cry na you. What's up, Africa, 10 beer or cry for Africa, and nothing or this car, a shum. Oh, Mamma, so many so cry no trouble car, Namu Madame, what did ye? Oh, yes, a movement to me, I am African. I never cry, wouldn't you rat? Africa moi e was kaka kra obenya wo de beteto so okoba Africa no nko dia Real Madrid wo ma anya dia kra no ba bi o mo aduru o menya o mo ka
men kare Madrid so si ache wo
o menya kakra poje me de kasem o menya kakra poje
wo yesa da na akofa ho dia ba
entiesi e focus so any time anywhere 10 bia no ye be enta Africa nya mpete meka no Team no aye kumase asante kotoko no ese tem bia ye mentality ye bia say ye bia ye be ko Africa whether say ye be gio ye be ko semi finals ye be wurem na sabe e ka ye wure bon enye ka hunu na tem bia no obenya bi e de atenika so na coach ogumi ye be tra na one o boys no abobobo we na team a oyue ye bin sida acha kotoko trainer na umo betrewo asa ko dia ne pa ko dada papem abra ye nka hwetirem sabi aso sabi obu na boya hwan mo fi hen kotoko do chamo say yentimi nka mo asem who are you say yentimi nka wasem asantime babo mo hoka ama mo ba bia da ama ba bia tra mo asum dwomo bibia hia mo boso me nso na mo ajibu pe na oluma me na ma me dia kwani aba obi aka preni obi anhwebe me anamhwe mo amanfo adawroma ɛna duru baabi a gromafoɔ ne ayi na wɔde kakra brɛ ma ɔmso ɔluma agye tɔ nsuo nom ɛna no stadium gromafoɔ ne bi aba ɔbɛgyibo ɔhu no ɛde nkra nkɔmɔ onim di ɛnɛ wafrɛ mbɛ 100 amerikafoɔ ukfoɔ germanfoɔ yɛ ɔmo ayɛ prepare ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo bɔ akɔtɔkɔ yɛ Real Madrid ne wɔn anim gye yɛn fo ɔmo ɔmo bɔ ɛfɛ ne ahwɛ bi na ɔmo kɔn baa bi na kɔtɔkɔ deɛ yɛ mogya ti yɛ mu a yɛte ho wa yɛhwɛ ma mo mɛsɛɛ no yɛnhwɛ na mo mɛsɛɛ no na sɛ coach a wo coaching nkwalaa wo se wodi ɛsɛ sɛ wode ɔwɔ testing a ɛbɛ yɛ wobɛtumi agye nkwalaa ne deɛ ɔmu ne bi what do you mean wobɛsɛ ɔkyerɛ yɛ sɛi na mokɔtena park so bobɔɔbɔbɔɔ wei animkɔ asesɛm sei yɛnwie o yɛhwɛ mo ne yɛnya so ma monyɛ sɛ da ɛna yɛm tɛ so ma yɛwura anaa otumfoɔ ɛnsa ma frɛ mo nkwa yimfie ansa no mo abɛbɔbɔ papa
mu yɛ den
na nta sɛ deɛ yɛ kɔi sɛ deɛ yɛ kɔi 3 points different obi de akɔwɔ akɔkyɛ 2 ne no obi akɔ wei a yɛnim sɛ ɛhɔ yɛ danger zone yɛ me gyina hai na nim sɛ yɛne atakumafoɔ na ne wɔn kɔba a tawia no kɔ support ama na yɛ yɛne ba yɛ ho so na wɔn da fam 2 ne
oni betimbo
ɔmo
atakuma ne tawia afɔ
sɛbi de nim sɛ nkɛntaafoɔ ne wɔ na ɔmo so deɛ no a ɔmo deɛ menim deɛ amɛka kyerɛ ɛno nti na m'ani abere yɛ nkurɔfoɔ no so ɛno nti na m'ani abere yɛ nkurɔfoɔ no so masa ɛno a wonim mpanimfoɔ frɛ me kora no yɛ agye me nsɛm mo ka sɛ kɔtɔkɔ no no ano no ana mo ka sɛ ne yɛdi mo akyi ɛne mo kɔ no ɛno ano no ana mo de mpanimfoɔ a ɔmo support team na kɔtɔkɔ lu so a ɛkyɛ Real Madrid ne Arsenal bɔɔl no a ɔmo bɔɔl no no ano amanfo akoma ɛne wɔn ayi a wɔn de di kɔtɔkɔ n'akyi no.
nti wɔn nyinaa kala nso bɔtɛ so no.
ɛnyɛ sam ketewa.
sɛ no ameka kyerɛ o sɛ.
sɔkan.
bɔɔl no wɔn bɔ dɔɔso. ɛyɛ jɔ ahome yɛbɛsa abɛ.
ɛnti mata meka kyerɛ kookye ogun ɛne ne nkurɔfoɔ yɛbɛti abankɔkɔ akyerɛ wɔn yɛbɛti ntɛtukɔkɔ akyerɛ wɔn. sɛ wɔn nim a meka ne nɛ akyerɛ wɔn technical team. Management, special management, Safuduku, lawyer Safuduku, what don't call for, and what you say, make more educational team, no, any other. Yadi Brad,
okay, say,
Medjai,
okay, say, Megaj say, you know, my form, education team, okay, I say, but Tim soon test,
oh, Sandy, oh,
yeah, but 2 almost soon test, because am I here and some of Fremont quite in fear and some mother bobo papa.
Young going now.
That was also, but I said, now, and I'm celebrating coach from Paul Manson. Now I'm so too, I'm celebrating because my scanner around my hair in league, no coach is a woman in a meaning not more than 3 coaches are so too in the Premier League. I think they almost a chim no more change coach from Paul Manson. So to the team make us say, you know, game of Korea, you know, Bechem and Rano. It was a master stroke. So too, he went in well prepared with a strategy of the free baby any edukoi. After almost share Bechem for games on mobile. The game of dual match on it was Bechem against Young Apostles. Almost you know, they sat on the round table. At that point, the coach, you know, catch it up and say, "Opposite, opposite squad, the 3 players above up front, no, a bit difficult to deal with. So decided to play with Alex Eso, Michael Osei, formerly Olympics, and Roland Frimpong. You told the typical attack we see any Nkuano or Tropium. The midfield is a new one, no, Zutu, one former uncle. Now he decided to play Ajite, a young player, then a foster from Carlos Academy. Team, these players will use you know about 5 defenders. 5 defenders in Atenga, Kevin, Anaba, and a Filippo Fori. Then there's a young player from maybe an even Kutu or born on a then Chipra, you know, Abeshano, Anang. So, they played it tight. They made their defense and midfield very tight. So when they were able to get the first goal, Bechem carried the game to them. Press it. Goal now, no Arsenal shape, the last goal now, Arsenal final goal no, or you share Martinelli goal no share no. And now Bechem shape the winning game no, and not. Goal start shape the winning game no. Oh Bechem. Second goal no. It was a good game man. Bechem carry ball to them and looking for that equalizer. And if possible a winner. Almost struggle over in first half, second half, almost pass over Jumana. So one of such moves. The number 4 pick a ball na Bechem for no a committee moment forward. Pia ball. Then Alessio pick a ball to Alessio and them. Then it resulted in that goal for them. Now me can't wait because Mizuto a teamer my back on some that now Taka said league is all sharp. Who's them you have to fall from 10 times or win from. But if there's a teamer, a Bama Kotoko, a challenge our league in a Babiano Go Stars.
And nations.
Now nations nations mupa. Now
advantage Kakraso Go Stars are saying and say and Chekra nations in the Kotoko.
Fantastic. As a next game.
It will take some pressure off
as of next game.
Go Stars will go home.
So what's some but not Go Stars ball medium.
Away.
I don't know baby.
And they will.
So they will deploy every tactics in the Ghana League.
No.
And aside that, no, they have that unity and that oneness, no, team, no. So the chief executive officer, because you do, and the big man, no, has accepted say, team, no, are ready. If Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong League, team will be ready to win the league. And this year they are ready. And they've improved our performances. They go to Accra, no matter how food. No matter so it shouldn't surprise anybody. But I think say all this Jumana Moye a master stroke from coach from Paul Manson and our dig deep into the wealth of experience and our day board team. So he needs to be celebrated. Okay. Kotoko and Accra Lions. I'm not going to remind him the last 2 seasons Accra Lions Beche Kotoko Kumasi the same artist and the same coach Ogunano as a bench. Last season 3-2 now. Yes, Mizoto. And again, my baby, now Accra Lions coaches that catch them players and they say, almost slow down. Don't make much Kotoko 8. And now, Mizoto, so again, look, baby, not the assistant referees, don't be outside be. Some boss, not outside. And give it one record 5-0 score line. And you may say, Coach Ogumuka say, Obu number, and I say, Accra Lions winning from the counter attack and they were possessing. And I was lucky to watch the game with a football person. And I'm not going to every game. So I got to possess here. Obe pass up, I have to go to me. Attack spaces. No flanks that not going to go for you as a mercy. And to go to your point, the assistant referees were helping us and go to go. 2 of them
happens.
Because I want to offside, no, I'm here.
No offside.
Oh, you think boys, you can't be. What is your hey? So I think say, it's not lost. One time I was going to go to say, yeah, we say, Times everyone was other Kotoko teams are shown. But when we use a football, once they're not going to go open for no. Kotoko thought to say before this game, Bechem Kumasi. Now Bechem should go Stars. No more Accra relegation. Without thinking, says when it comes to football, these boys, these academy boys, say that because of football, when a good pitch, not some football. They don't fear football.
May I say, so
and that's exactly what happened.
I think, sir. And now come on, ye be move, but it be a baby kakra. Now discussion on the league table, no, koto company for taking certain decisions pa anko ye dioma babe duru baby omuduru. For instance, you to the US trip. You be kan ho asem brepe. Yes. You be kan wa. Yeah be. Ijina ha?
US trip.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
We don't say Kotoko after the US trip. Out of 18 points in year 1.
Unanano ya umbelidi.
Neba.
recovery.
There are difficult times.
I won't drop for a lot of points.
Points now drop after that trip. Kenen Keshemu anka uni hao. And here back. Now let's go to another match. Mesoto me say there were enough time. Let's go to another match if they can give me the goals. And now Patrick Esiedu left one. 2 goals if he left one a bar. Or ko enim no wentimi recover. Yen nyina enim say Esiedu abre. Because after Sekot Koko US by and left back pen na bossa. Sianko US am I smart am kodwane asen ko be support no. Ana ko support no Mesoto. Ko be support no.
US have a battle.
Player we pra left back yenim say this season to e ja players kwan aka mienu no. Ye de we pra eko US wan ba biem. Eno am say left one nam sa. He's the only left back available. Cause Kotoko a prepare ko fa kwesi asante ono so ba wa be pra. Now Otuo, it will also go back to time ye season a. Ye ja players bibiri kwan. O say nsam na ya on e connect you. But en many wa they see as a fatigue are setting in the Kotoko team. But there are certain players to time and a club need job come for the mombo see a kind of 1 year. Manimbo season in we. Do you remember Nicolas Osebonsu left back now? Na kind of 1 year. You saw the manimbo we are uncle. Call a third option kawusu. So you might just look at and the match, you know. But almost everything be a cancer a Kotoko problem piano. It traced back. Left back way. Only hot. Now Kubopo, no more recover, no matter. Second goal, the wah, and I'm sound the fire. So decision making, it would team no has been an issue. Now let's come to March and Ankasa, and let's talk about Coach Ogu. I am a depasse captain ball last season, Kotoko Accra Lions ball. I am a depa. Your starting game now, Kotoko energy pressing high, and the question I was asking myself, say, why this kind of gamble? Because you know him say, what pussy see do him? Say starting games all here. At a point, Kotimina bear 8 players. Our Accra Lions for half. High press power. Naka Samba Nisifa. And question is that these guys are so young and fast. We tried that thing last season with Kuma. Now we do more title. Defend them found send your yard here. We told man bo high line bebre because on the chin a shepo no play an enim and a ball na turn into about down in the hono. Now we need call. So I was asking myself the question, say, why that kind of system? Because the best would have been 3 back. Instead of 2, you have 3 no more be kakra. And your content 10 or he's first to react obey. And not to say, hey, what anytime your Accra Lions be attack bian now fair na Kotoko players they recover free chiriba. And the only issue we see now was because they were not experienced. No, to if they were experienced team come punish Kotoko pa because sometimes baby no mu jina mbe shoot no egu ane making no sense say player e jina shoot ba mo so so na play most were shoot from distance now sorry I found it simple. So these are technical issues. Now we come to the substitutions. And we are Kotoko lineup. Che Dramana by Tini Dubai and Elvis Cheba for by. Now, you nim say coach ko game wa. Na say we steady opponent now we introduce new players ah. We to ade I expect say new players ne ba. Omo mechire di nti o ma ba be wura team no. And no, I didn't see that in how Awuche was playing. I didn't see that in how Che Dramana was playing. And Tinedu after that early yellow card was off. So question everybody say, we don't say, oh, baby, I see you do now. No, on say tikem say have na be dani asem. So the other question baby say, say, why the introduction of these 3 players? Omo ba so omo be heading. Then a team ni notice far Accra Lions when man decided say, about these 3 central midfielders without Yaya, without a entry. For that element of creativity, then were they expecting creativity from the fullbacks? And normal because last time we got PSG. But if we're expecting creativity from the fullbacks, it means they will be high. And if they are higher, what was your answer to the counter-attack system of the opponent when they received the ball?
Over the end, trust where we are said, "Okay, my bad for me, na affair."
Tama. Last bina Jibuka said, Coach Watara, anytime we have supporters and best for one so. The next match na Odin Kunim. Na idea a keep no honor more. It appears to me say he will have to do that again. Because Udin Komo called the House of Folk Adina. And yet the fact say Omako the money asha. But born now omo bono and more confidence and more so more we say team no boko be at that resource no ebefiase asesa. And I say akosa anti yes, so offer the position as far as last season was concerned and this season a massive improvement because last season House of Folk were relegation threatened. This season there league no crown as for money na be kakra ne ade even though multimedia enti one here over the no dama asset or is just BBNC Batama. This is not House of Folk and clearly supporters in the kasa no udi echira wan no bu say as omo ye di kan sa Tama Coach Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun but so we don't kakra understand say at UCC psychologist which and watch if I'm right and I mo mpatcho person come dey cancer wada we bet ma boa me a the ntema me cancer no or say the negatives what he calls the negatives affect players not psychologically and mentally already he probably will be able to cope with it but players no tama a part of his job even if it is not the entirety of his job a part of his job to prepare his players against sa normal way more because on fun to need team finance on function you say a football club like Master Sante Kotoko say results nko ya amount for the common not he should not think like that say been player Kotoko supporters any omo di echeme ya fa obi no mumo say omo ntimi nkasa wo say no man ko ya na say the most show na nkofo help because enye ye enti misre no e ya ono na say oma ni nyina mu no otimi yi players ni free sa hit na firing squad no na otimi ma omo enya omo ye mentally ready say omo kwakọ ball no because any at the time I see any there it can be any other team say Hasna e Kotoko 3 year anka ye kan sempa akasi o but if akara yo has Kotoko 3 year hu o
me that say you
Watara ewie match no na metese Watara say eduana for the bobo pa bahajo mwantimi ambo football it has been playing for pa omoto na coach wa Kansas me na mo ane na omoto ro mo hwe no amzutu enra de unze mi hu Kotoko line up no na mse me hwe Kotoko game no because they will not win who line up no kwa na mse Kotoko no win na me decide se me kwa hwe house na eduana ne bi na yemfa no kurenka asem zotu yes team betin abobo no nya results ball no mo bo nya has ball no mo bo no anya has ball no mo bo no o she has team na as a team any coach no mo wi ana coach na sa be kase aduana de o mo bo ye de amase e bobo na when the training players mo ko bobo wow when the training players mo ko bobo any coach has supporters no you after no game na me hwe no any other games am hwe no omo ni da so nyina say league na has baby no mo nyoma dwene free so omo free omo konchen kra team ne coach we no mo be maintain na atile dia enyi Kotoko ne aka Lions game no you ade ba ko ese ogum ti ase say he's coaching a big club and we player na be Kotoko don't expect no even Real Madrid and no one this Real Madrid players near bobo ni we ya omodo omo private cars Kofi supporters huru omo this was the same supporters are no more calling for comeback but no see the way omo huru players no He has to understand. Say, who a player, near show Kotoko Jesse, now the Bobo, who a coach, now Kotoko foul, not in a bench now coach here. Expectation is different from some Zoto who go stars and I will be chim. Share. Okay, I say Kotoko ball, or when you be chim and Becca says Kotoko, but some G League against Ghost Stars. So Kotoko Ghost Stars competing again, yes, Kotoko break. But a good year, you know, Zoto Hadibi. Bechem United, any the only team before and fixtures, and Anomu a game home. One of the weakest teams in the league when it comes to home performance, Accra Lions. Kotokone Gold Stars Nepe League aje. Gold Stars ko Bechem. Eko she Bechem na league no lusu da. Kotoko kwa Accra Lions a home no nya de no me hye ne 3-0. Ti asem wo mi. It tells you say Kotoko problem no is bigger than say the hu no. Toto yamfa no kwenka asem. So woje a babontie so woje $4,000. Wakete you say people are expecting more from you. Because you cannot woje no. Esa woye hu adwuma. Based on the Ghanaian league standard, when you say kesika wo league me say kitwa ne kaburo sa. By the woman say no ni sika na woje no, Dr. Ogun should start doing more because expectation was low. Only supporters needing koma and based on the investment of my key people of more club, including management, they are not happy. Last season, this season, so the difference no more. We said the last 3 games, 9 points, Kotoko pick 2 points. The last 3 games, from 9 points, Kotoko pick 2. How do you go into a gamer? You want to control the game. Namis to Omefo 3. Eh, Gamana. Tiledu. In menu. Me who mommy and supper will line up no. Na me senior gaje senior say, "Boy, we Kotoko cost roba form. They cannot win." Because one, aside in team, change Amana Mizoto. He cannot run with the ball. Tiledu cannot run with the ball. It is a color for any decided some ball wing play. And one got to go wingers fullbacks now. So I know any Esiedu. So ejete yes. Ejete ne Esiedu. Wo you got to go ne a year. Kotoko be chemia clearly so mabre eti sage na ye duno. That is the last hurdle of the season. You need game management to get results, and that is why Prosper is not getting it.
Okay, Abbas, wa man the mon na the birthday ne to so Abbas ka say e say the birthday ne dey e say the birthday o say dey okay na ya dan from free UK no so na dey to Abbas no ba na kwana wa just akrama mi se ncha obo this year mi wa da for pa no do ma o so mi ncha edi zina ma ile de Kenya na 10 minutes ni ka no pe the starting league no be train na mo be do se de na se eye che ananya de train na se meeting na chichiro o go away mo go away what the 3 maji 2 am me de na nche o edi e ka cha support se enye but ye be hwe kwan ye be fa so a se si team no ye di nyama betutu ye nsa so me di ekika kono anwe ya ebedu mbe ni kwa lo wi ni mpete na be hwe ball no because the ball ni kono enu a any insect na ni feature ade na etin wan hwe ne saa no fu ni le na hu ni china enti ehwe ni e ba yie me di na me ekika kono ball na tragro adura ni biri kuro PSC Ladi ene Okran okoji abode kase bobre
Oyerepa FM munye yade kase ba we na munye wi ase ni ebramo muntio wano o pansavio munya sona muntie
Oyerepa News.
Yami etiefo nyina ha ene awie amamu nyina kwaba ede ba Oyerepa 100.7 FM eso. Wopremo ato awie yi ensam ahodo a yaboboa no ede besum wei. Etwa no ho bɔ ne moto mu a yanam Oyerepa TV, Promise FM 102.7
any Promise TV so yen social media handles gafa na ba bibiada kase wona twabo sompo ekọ nkofo aman so ensam no edoso etamo passe premier ya bekwai de bedi mu akoti bi ene se wo hene a wo manso dade ase e de atodwa akire mu se ekwan a mining company bi e de omofa so no want na se e manfofo na ne kwaye emunsam kase boyi wo bete
na somewhere the enya dem magana be the daddy free say akromfo amamofo amagedon omo akoto ahyekotokuo mu kroma so ebenyina hini ama ba kokoro de ba bi oda no eden pa
na asachiri adehia busua no pani a woda no se busua pani ewo wo fen so abofo de abeto dwa kirem se nipa bi fa kwati kwan akosi wo hene na yewura wopem so wa amamu di a atama ehye
enipa baanum bi a okobu honorable bi edan eguye no asam no akokɔto na ekyensɛm no ɛdin ma wɔne a okodi sɛ nyamransɛm no
nyame ya adom a wɔkyena na yesu awu na eduru sabre no a obroni se ɛyɛ festive season ɛne ahyɛnkafo yi wotwu ɔka no rough ɛno nti yɛne kwan so jojosfoɔ mpanimfoɔ bedi nkɔmmɔ ɛna awia yi
ensɛm no do so yɛsuru mu live wɔ tune in radio modernghana.com facebook so